Hello there, I'm Helene. Welcome to Cabin Fever Crochet and Beyond series videos. And I'm going to go over with you a Winter Walker snowshoeing set that I purchased at the beginning of this year from LL Bean. And I purchased the complete package, so I'm going to go over each component, give you a little demo of how the ratcheting system works, how I adjusted the snowshoes to fit my feet, and then show you just a little demo of me actually walking in the snow with them. Now, I am a snowshoeing novice. I just picked it up last year. However, I've always enjoyed exercise, love different sports, have been active with those my entire life. However, as I'm getting older and with a few injuries over the years, had a hip replacement, it'll be 2 years ago in a couple of days. I do get out and walk regularly, and I do some light hiking. And it took quite a while to rebuild my balance and the strength and endurance. And even though by nature I'm more of a warm weather person, I still love getting outdoors and exercising year-round, but doing it in a safe way. And because I'm 61 years young now, so I have to take those factors into consideration. And with my new hip, so I've been thinking about trying snowshoeing for a few years. So I did do my inaugural walk with these at the beginning of this year, but I only got out there one time. And then the whole pandemic thing came, and the ski resort where I went wasn't open as much and very limited, and we just didn't have enough really good snowpack here for me to get out there. So we had a surprise snow last week in October, dumped a good 5+ inches. I was looking at it, and then yesterday I thought, there was, not so much today because it's actually 51 degrees right now, pretty warm. Far cry, about 26 degrees warmer than what it was, and compared to the 7 degrees we had at night. So before this really melts and compresses, I'm going to get out there into the center of the field and where it was more dense in the shade and give these puppies another go at it, because I really wanted to review them for anyone who's been thinking about it. And typical for me, I did a lot of research beforehand, looked at different sites, went to a couple of outfitter places in town, looked at them, tried them on, read tons and tons of reviews, watched videos on tips and ins and outs on snowshoeing, and so that I could pick the best set for me. Kind of an entry level, but then I wanted something that was quality, well made, and would last for years to come also. So I knew, even though I do like hiking with snowshoeing, at least for now, I'm not going to do any major backcountry or heavy duty hills or a lot of that side climbing, side traversing down, especially with the new hip. But I will do rolling hills and flat terrain. So I picked up this Winter Walker package, and it does come in both men's and women's sizes. And the sizing goes according to a person's body weight and in 3 different length sizes that corresponds with that. And so I picked up the medium size. And these, I don't recall if they're the same price this year, but they list now for $179 for the total package. I'll show you what's included. But I happened to get it, and I think it was 25% off. And I got my free shipping, and that was fantastic. And after doing price comparisons, I thought that was a really good value, and especially for the quality. And I know LL Bean, and I've been purchasing from them for years, various things. What this came with, and it came with obviously a set of snowshoes, 2 trekking poles, and it came with a pretty decent, it says sturdy bag. I think it's pretty decent. I haven't trekked around with it or handled it much to see, but it's great to have an actual storage bag for it. Has the Bean logo on there. And it's a half round zipper and has a little cord on the edge, on the end of the zipper pull rather. So it is the zipper pull. So you see it goes half around like that, and it has one on each side, so you can have it open in the center, pull it one side down the other. It has two adjustable straps, so you can carry it as a sling or even as a backpack, I'm sure, and then also a side handle. One thing I do wish is that this had some type of outer zippered pocket for the little accessories, which would be the two basket discs that are included, and also the protective end caps on the poles. But that's okay. You know, I carry a purse. I mean, I have pockets all the time, my jacket pockets. That part is not a big deal. And now the difference with the women's set, and I think also with the men's, but I know for sure with the women's because that's what I was researching for myself. So what's really nice about these, I love the color. They had a real pretty rose, kind of stripy, hot pinky color last year. Now they have two colors, a really nice teal, and then I don't know if it's a plum, might be a plum, or another rose. I mean, you can go online, see what they have. Just type in winter walker snowshoes, and you'll see the ones sold, like the individuals, where you can buy your trekking poles and the shoes separately, or you will see the package come up for both men's and women's. And the women's, they have a slimmer profile, which is great because I was a little bit concerned about tripping over myself or getting hung up or having to do that cowboy walk. And as you can see, well, I'll show you the little clip at the end, that I did just a little bit, but I didn't film too long, and I cut it off before I really got going. And after maybe 3-5 minutes, it just felt so natural, and I kind of got seated in the shoes, or my feet got seated in them, and it just became more natural feeling, and my body loosened up. I relaxed, and I just went for it, and it was great. And I was also concerned if that would stress my hip or my knees, and it really didn't for me so much. But I was primarily on the flat surface. When I went up to the mountain last year up at 49 Degrees Ski Resort, I could feel it a little bit in my knees, but I have wraps that I do, and that really helps quite a bit in keeping them warm as well. And it's a good workout. I could feel it in my muscles, but it was a good kind of feeling. And I could feel the tension in my new hip and the joint a little bit, but not in a bad way, just that I was really working the muscles. And I think this really helps with my balance and strengthening and building back up my endurance, which I had worked on all summer anyway this year, just to really be able to get in more shape so that I can have a lot of fun with these this year if we get the snowpack. And so I'm going to have some trails cut out on the property and going up and around, so I have different terrain and more areas where I can go with that. And I may make a trip or two up to the ski resort again. We'll see. But I do have a little clip of that up there. It's so pretty. Or a video, and I'll include the link below if you want to go on the little ride with us just for fun. And there's a real short clip of me just testing these out, but unfortunately my husband thought it was on when it was off, but his first time using the camera on my phone, so I give him credit for that and for a good try. And it was just such a beautiful, enjoyable day anyway. All right, so back to these, and while you are here, I'll go ahead and finish showing you the poles. So because the snowshoes are the slimmer profile, which I love, the trekking poles for the women, the handles are not as thick and bulky, so it's easier if you have a smaller hand. These are very, very lightweight. Has the strap where you can hold on, and they are telescoping and adjustable at both ends. You've got the nice tip, and it says stop on here if to let you know that you've gone far enough. And then it has both metric and standard in inches and centimeters for the height, and they are adjustable for, you can make them shorter if you're going uphill or longer if you're going downhill. If you're doing any side shoeing or side hilling rather, kind of turning and going sideways to go down a hill, well then you would make the pole in your hand that you're going downhill on longer, and then the pole where it's still uphill a little bit shorter. And the poles will help give balance and more stability and takes the load off the knees. And in fact, trekking poles for even just walking without snow was recommended to me by my orthopedic doctor, and said that will help take the stress off the knees and joints. And what's nice is it makes you get the forward and backward motion of your upper body as well, so everything is engaged and flowing in unison together, which I really like. And they come with tip protectors, and these could be used, like I said, in these, not just, I don't have to buy a separate set, like if I want to use them going up hills and stuff out here. Just don't want to use the tips with the metal on real slick surfaces, because they will go out from under you. So you can use them with caps, or if you have other pieces of rubber that would fit real securely over that, you can. But it has a little hole that goes over the tip, and then you can close it. And so just simply one section flips open, and you can extend. This is the one with the measured meters here, or centimeters. Wow, meters. That'd be one tall drink of water there, wouldn't it? And then the bottom for just the telescoping end. And I went ahead and I put this one up to the stop, but my husband suggested that I go down a little shorter on the bottom end, and then higher on the top end, so that I have more stability and strength at the thicker portion of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so as far as the little basket discs, now these are, they go on the bottom and above the tips to keep from sinking too deep into the snow. And I used them yesterday without, I couldn't find them at first. And yeah, my pole sunk all the way down to the bottom. So if you can see, there are threads on the outside of the pole that match up with threads on the inside hole of the disc. And you just pop that on and screw it down till they're tight and it's nice and secure. Okay, so onward to the star of the show. These snowshoes make that, winter walker. Okay, nice little design on there, and the LL Bean logo. Now, the crampons for these, and my understanding from the research that I've done, is when you have the crampons in the center, then that is for the rolling hills and flat terrain. And if you see a set that has crampons that go all the way around the perimeter, then that is more for the really, I guess, the deep snow, the backcountry, where you're doing a lot of side hilling and climbing. So these would be perfect for me. They're really lightweight. They're super easy to get on and off, even with a pair of gloves. Now when I walk, they do kick up snow, so I make sure I have clothing on that's not cotton, that when it gets wet, it's not going to absorb, and then I'm going to stay damp and cold. And also I had these above ankle boots on, which is what I had out, but I highly suggest having a taller pair of boot, which I'm going to pull out of my closet next time when we actually get, when it really starts snowing here in earnest, because when it kicks up the snow, then it goes down into my boot, and then my feet get wet, and that's no fun either. All right, but I grabbed this just to give you an idea, okay, and show you here. All right, so what I did, I adjusted the back strap, so this is where the heel goes. Comes with two plastic clamps that fit over the strap at each end to keep it in place and to keep it from flapping over, and it's opened up at the top, so it's easy to take on and off and adjust. And that took the longest, was just adjusting this to where it fit my foot really well, didn't slosh around, and was a good placement inside the snowshoe. So let me make sure. How about, here's a thought, how about I get, let's see, it's hard to tell which is which. Hang on, I get it together. It even tells you, there we go. This is the right shoe. It even tells you right there inside. There, right there. R for right. And L for left. How about that? Even someone like me not paying attention can figure this out too. So here's my left shoe. So we can just pretend I'm putting my foot in there and I seat it to the back nice and secure. And it has a great quick release ratcheting system on the straps too. Okay, so I just take the strap, I put it over the portion closest to my ankle first. It's much easier when your foot, your real foot and leg, you know, you have the leverage of the weight of your body and your leg keeping it steady. Here's the plastic. Kind of wish this was metal, and I hope that this will hold up really well. The part that is attached to the snowshoe itself here of the clamp is metal, but this portion, the clip, is not. But anyway, right down inside here, you can see there's a slot. The strap itself has the raised and slotted angled pieces. That works with the ratcheting mechanism. Okay, and you just put that inside and push it through. There we go. That's all there is to it. It really is quick and easy when you're actually, see, there we go. Did you see that? And then the quick release is that blue tab on the inside. Slide it in the slot, fit it through. Okay, ta-da. This is only my third time doing that, really. And then again, you take the blue clip or tab on the inside, pull that in the opposite direction of where the strap is. So the strap comes out one side and you pull the tab in the opposite direction, and it just whoop, quick release. Easy as that. And then you step right out of it. So that's that. And let's see, I made a few notes just because I wanted to make sure that I covered everything. And you know, some I've just taken from my own experience as far as the comfort, lightweight, ease of it, and so forth. And then there's from research and my understanding I've done combined. And then also from the specs online from LL Bean. So if you want to go on and read the whole thing, you're welcome to it. But this is a newer frame, which is great. And I found it very easy. You don't have to just go at it, you know, like a marathon thrill seeker type. You can go as easy, as slow, as fast as you want, flat or hilly, whatever you want to do. If you have a backyard that gets plenty of snow, you can do laps around that, really. And it's a fun way to get out and a great alternative. And especially even when it's really cold here, because of the elevation, with the sun, it is just so strong, and for me, it's just wonderful, so uplifting to my mind, body, and spirit to be able to get out, get some fresh air, move around, and get some exercise. And also the tapering on this, it's ergonomically shaped as well. So I found it very comfortable. I wasn't afraid of falling or anything like that. Anyway, I think I pretty much covered that. So I'm excited. If we go back to the mountain this year, hopefully we'll get to take some more pictures with that. But I thought, while it's still early in the season for anyone contemplating it, I just wanted to share my take on it. All right, well, I'm going to go enjoy some sun and just walk in regular old boots today, now that it's melting out there. Well, take care, everyone. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll come back again. All right, take care, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now. Hey, have to get my walks in somehow. Good exercise. Let me tell you. All righty, and I will see you later.